All right, welcome to episode 3 of the Pokeshop BST podcast. We're here again with Woody, the owner of the Pokeshop, and Missing No Games, and Goosephone, Pokemon expert extraordinaire, and my name is Homero behind the camera. And we always start with the news. We don't do banter at the beginning right now, so you can leave a comment if you like banter, if you don't like banter. We can banter more at the beginning, but for now we're just gonna jump right into the news. The first piece of the news that I have is pretty interesting. It's the Pokemon Fossil Museum.
In Chicago.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
I saw that.
So this is the first time that this exhibit is moving out of Japan, and it has real ancient fossils that the fossil Pokemon are based on.
Nice.
So it's coming to Chicago in 2026.
Oh, so next year, okay.
Yeah, it's at the Field Museum.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
We should plan to go and film.
We should.
That'd be awesome.
Open one of those fossil packs. That's what you save those fossil packs for.
Yeah,
that would be
that'd be
fossil
awesome.
packs at the Field Museum. That would be awesome.
You guys should definitely remind me once they open up for tickets or whatever.
Oh, Moonbreon just got pulled during the podcast.
Really? Let's go. Who's that,
go.
Kev? Wow.
That's amazing.
Congratulations. That's insane.
Yeah, that is amazing. Wow, it's hard to focus now.
I know.
So many Moonbreons out of those Evolving Skies packs. Those came out of the UPCs, right?
Yeah. They're harvested from the UPC boxes.
Wow.
That's insane.
That's like the 9th one.
That's like the best thing you can get out of Evo Skies,
oh, yeah,
too.
100%.
Yeah.
That's so crazy. So the next thing for the news is in order on Friday is going to be Prismatic SPCs. So that's tomorrow for us.
Yeah.
And we will have posts about that going out tomorrow. Someone called and asked if people need to line up outside the door. And I would say typically that doesn't happen. The earliest that I've seen people here is like half an hour early.
Right.
Maybe like 45 minutes early. Have you ever had like a big line for pre-release?
Yeah, I remember Shining Face. The line was wrapped around the building. I still have that video.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but Shining Face, that was during the pandemic, and it was crazy.
Everyone wanted Pokemon cards that day.
Yeah, for sure.
Nice. So who knows? Maybe come and line up if you really want one.
Right. You start seeing cheers by the end of the night.
Yeah. What do you think about if you put a chair in your space in line? Does that save your spot, or do you have to sit there and wait?
I think you have to sit there because a chair kind of like defeats the purpose. If a guy's been waiting in line for 12 plus hours and you just come in the morning and hey, this is my
like, hey, I put a chair here.
Right. It's just kind of, I don't know. I feel
he
like
didn't actually wait. He just put a chair
exactly.
there.
You have to wait.
Someone else could be sitting in it and be like, this is my chair.
Exactly. So I don't know. I personally don't like it, but I mean, I feel like the chair will cause more problems.
I just remember midnight.
Than not, you know?
Yeah, I remember midnight releases for consoles back in the day. And waiting was like the fun part because you're with everyone and like there's so much excitement, especially for like the Wii because everyone has a DS that night.
Yeah.
For like Xbox and PlayStation, not everyone had a DS, but everyone had a DS. So it was just like all the interactions you could do on like a DS were going on and so hilarious.
Right.
Like the drawing together and stuff like that.
That's how it was when I went to the midnight release of Smash Bros. On the 3DS.
Oh, nice.
For Smash 4. Yeah, we were all playing on the 3DS together.
Yeah, so I think waiting is like the best part of like a pre-release in a way, you know, besides getting it. Like you get to wait with all your fellow enjoyers, you know?
Enthusiasts.
Yeah,
meet
enthusiasts.
People.
Yeah, like the hardcore enthusiasts, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So that's like the best part. So if you want to come out and wait, I would say do the waiting. Yeah. And then the very next day is a big weekend. The very next day is Destined Rivals pre-release.
Yes.
Saturday, May 17th. The event starts at noon.
Yes.
So the games are going to fire at noon. That's the goal.
Yes. So make sure you get here early if you want to participate. We have enough kits for 48 people. So it could be a full house.
Yeah, that would be packed.
Yeah, it'll be a full house. So if you want to get a sneak peek, make sure you stop in and sign up. Check-in is at 11 and then we start at noon. So
Nice.
Get in early, get your kit and start building. So
nice. Yeah, we got pictures of the promo, so I'll flash those up on the screen as we're
nice.
talking here. And then the next release after that will be Black Bolt and White Flare, and that's not for a little while, but we do have a member from Black and White with us today.
Yes.
And then the next section is the check-in, and for this one, the topic is touching grass. So I think in the northern hemisphere here, we wait for a long time for the weather to be nice. Winter's like pretty brutal for me on my like overall well-being. I feel so much better in the past few weeks just because of the sunshine, weather changes, food all gets better.
That's good to hear.
And so my prompt is, what are your favorite outdoor activities?
I like to go to this park in Waukesha called Frame Park, and they have like little tandem bikes you can take out, or like the little swan boats you can take out. Those are really fun. Or just going around and walking around. That's probably my favorite.
Honestly, this whole week I've been outdoors because it's been so nice. I've been riding bikes around, hitting up the trails nearby. I've been finding myself playing a lot of basketball. I have a little court at home, so I've been shooting around for a few
That's fun.
hours and just kind of hanging out outside, with the dog and stuff. So, I mean, it's really really nice to have the warm weather back for sure.
Yeah, definitely. So that's our check-in. So
Or having like a bonfire
Oh yeah.
at night.
Oh yeah, we
Yeah.
did that at my parents' house for Mother's Day.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we had a little bonfire. That thing was, yeah. I think hopefully my eyebrows are still intact.
Yeah, you're good.
Didn't singe off your eyebrows.
right.
Got pretty hot though.
It did. It was a huge bonfire because my parents had so much trash. I was just like, light it up.
Yeah, all the dry stuff.
Yeah.
We have the little copper flakes that you can put in to make the fire like blue and green.
Oh,
that's
nice.
cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Science. And then for the check-in, I just put wear your sunscreen on there. I think it's good advice. Your skin is the biggest organ on your body. So if you're out there, wear sunscreen.
Nice.
Next segment, we'll move along pretty quickly here, is not financial advice. So hashtag not financial advice. Are people grading too many cards?
I think that you should only grade a card if you think it has a really good shot at a 10. Because my only graded cards are like 5s and 6s.
I agree with Goose on this one. If it has a chance at a 10, and then it has to, I mean, the value has to exceed. I mean, it just depends what you really want to do. If it's something for my personal, I like to keep them in a binder until I'm really like ready to let it go. Then I would grade it. But personally, like if it's just gonna go on my PC, I'm just keeping raw in a binder until I'm ready to sell or ready to get rid of it.
I like having them in a binder too because like there's not really a good place to put slabs.
Exactly. Yeah, you're gonna need like one of those collector cases, briefcases almost, and
yeah, they make like form-fitted things that you can put on the wall. That's kind of like a frame, and you fill in the slots, and it's modular, so you can get like a section of 4 or a section of 6 or whatever, and build yourself like a wall of slabs. But that's like the best way I've seen, and that has like no UV protection or anything. So I don't know if those are that practical for like high-end slabs.
But then you can't take you with you.
Yeah, and then you have to unpack it all.
Right, right.
But yeah, just the cases, I guess.
Honestly, with the amount of new people in the hobby, we're seeing a lot more people just grading anything at this point, and that's why you're seeing the populations of some of these cards that are like super high, like the Moonbrion. I don't know, but it's like a super high pop in a 10 versus a card that's in like a Watsy Umbreon that's maybe pop 20 versus in the thousands.
If it's something really high value like that you want to preserve for a long time, I think grading can be a good idea.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But I don't think it's like super necessary.
It's all up to preference, if you like slabs or not, or if if one of your favorite cards you just want to preserve it for forever, then you slab it up and just kind of But I feel like value wise, if you want to like maintain the value, because it's still a risk involved. Like if
Exactly.
you could have a car that's in really really good condition, possible 10, but when you grade it, and then it comes back at 8 or a 9, then you're kind of like, oh man,
Exactly. Then you just paid a PSA fee,
right,
waited, missed
right,
all sorts of opportunities to trade it,
for sure,
and
for sure.
then
Just
you have to crack it out anyways to move it because it's not liquid at an 8 or a 9.
right. So I mean,
Um,
it's all preference.
and I would also say that individuals are really only a piece of that puzzle. There are big companies out there who are grading 10,000 cards at a time.
At a time, right?
And they're just sending in a bunch of nothing also because they're doing like secret bags or whatever,
Yeah.
mystery slab bags, which are, their own product. So they're sending just everything and they don't care what grade it gets.
Sure, sure.
So
I always see people like give them away to kids, the ones that are like in the 8, 9,
exactly.
7
Yeah.
range.
Yeah.
Coop's collection does.
Just
He has a whole
lower
box.
end slabs.
Yeah, he has a whole box of slabs that are like 9s that he just gives away.
Sure, sure.
Yeah. But
I don't normally bother with grading because I feel like something's always a little off center,
Yeah,
right? Like,
right.
yeah.
yeah, I have a physical grading tool and an app that I use
Nice.
just to get the centering, and then you can eye up the dings. I would say more than one ding, really. Even just one ding is not worth it in my opinion.
And
Sure.
in shipping, like stuff can happen too.
Exactly.
Yeah,
right.
and handling while they're putting it in the case and stuff. I have a 10, a side up PSA 10 that is not a 10. So I don't know what happened. If
Yeah,
they just
sure.
slid it and gave it, because it's older, it's
Sure,
WotC.
sure.
So and it has a low serial number. I don't know if they just slid it along, gave it a 10, or if they damaged it while it was in the slab, or if it got damaged over time from bouncing around in the slab a little bit. I don't know.
If it was a lower cert, it's probably back then like the standards weren't as high.
Yeah,
So
it was more about authentication.
Yeah.
Even when Pokemon started, that was really more of their purpose was authentication.
Right.
And the grade was just on there to say, it's in good shape.
Right. Things for sure. Things changed in the last 5-6 years.
Very much so. Even the past year with PSA, they've been changing stuff back and forth all the time on the on the centering and the back centering. It's 75-25 on the back, which is just like looks so ridiculous.
Yeah, it used to be 60-40.
Yeah, but they tightened up the front and then they loosened up the back. I don't know. And the other hashtag not financial advice is kind of tied in with the check-in is I wrote, give me your favorite hobby that costs little to no money.
Definitely not Pokemon.
Yeah, which could include like, for me, it's like getting outside and doing like yoga, meditation, exercise. Those are all things that don't cost any money and you can do them for free anytime you want.
Mine is kind of weird, but like me and some people I know from Facebook go and catch like abandoned rabbits outside.
Oh yeah, you were telling me about that.
Yeah, like house rabbits that people just like let go that aren't meant to be out in the wild. Like we go have like pens and stuff and try and corner them and then like take them to the rescue.
Oh, nice. That's fun. It's like you're catching a Pokemon almost.
Yeah, it literally is like catching a Pokemon, but no balls.
Goose running around with the net. And you're just...
And I feel like I'm in a video game too. Like we'll go up to all the neighbors and be like, "Have you seen any strange colored rabbits around?"
Right. Sure. Me personally, I pretty much basketball. Going to the park, playing basketball, walking around the trails and biking and all that. That's pretty much my summer activities. But it's tough to say because everything costs money nowadays. So I mean, you do a lot of other things, but like you're going out to eat, but it costs money. So
I like to eat.
Oh yeah, I never go out to eat.
Oh yeah,
never. And then I guess the other thing that I wrote down, Apex Legends. I play like a lot of Apex.
Oh, Apex.
And that's like essentially free. You have to like have a PC to do it or a console, but like it's free to play.
That reminds me, I've been playing heavy Call of Duty Black Ops 4 zombie mode. This whole week, man, yesterday I got up to after I shot some hoops around. I got on the PS5 and I got up to like level 50 by myself
Wow.
with the wonder gun and a ray gun. I was
Yep.
just running and gunning.
With games, it's hard to say. Like Apex, like I'm pretty sure everything is cosmetic that you pay for,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. But like a lot of the games I play are like gotcha games, like Pokemon TCG Pocket, Pokemon Masters, Fire Emblem Heroes,
Yep.
stuff like that.
Pay to
And
win.
those, it's like I don't know if it's necessarily pay to win, but it's like you can't keep up with how quickly new stuff comes out
Right. So you gotta
to
keep.
catch
I
up.
see. I see.
Yeah, so it's like you really it's free to play, but you really do if you want to be at like the top of the meta, uh have to put in a little bit of money at least.
Definitely. And then that will tie into a short that I'll ask you about later. I was gonna ask you on the podcast, but it'll be better individually, I think. Next segment is you teach me and I teach you. It says, give your past self a piece of advice about collecting or business or life.
Don't
that's-
stop buying cards. There's so much mid-era stuff I wish I picked up. There's so much like cool stuff like back like I think the last time I really picked up a lot of stuff was EX Delta Species, but through like I have some of the EX Platinum stuff too. But that's mostly from trades. Uh but like black and white original era stuff, like I don't have a lot of cards from that. So I kind of wish that I had more mid-era cards.
Yeah, to add on to that, I agree with that because there was a time where I just stopped collecting, like the end of the WotC era into like the EX, like the old school EX era. I just completely stopped collecting. I didn't even think about Pokemon for a very long time, probably 7, 8, 10 years. And some of those cards are the most sought after cards because I'm sure everybody was doing the same thing I was, just kind of like fell off of the collecting aspect of it during those years. But if I could go back and tell my old self like, hey, you gotta keep on collecting. I mean, I still liked it, Pokemon. I just like my friend group, we just did other things.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like, I would probably get a pack here and there once in a while, but it wasn't like a every every
Collecting.
week kind of thing. But
Yeah, that age group, I think what happened is that age group started and your parents were buying all your
yeah.
packs where you get like a pack a week, a pack a month,
Hmm.
once in a while get some Pokemon cards. And then by that time you were like in high school almost, I had my own money,
Yeah.
so I had to budget my own money.
Sure.
I was buying
I was
like you had to buy
working in high
CDs to listen
school.
to music.
Right.
I had to buy like speakers to listen to the CDs, and then the
Exactly.
Pokemon cards is like I had to save up for all that other stuff.
Right. And honestly, like it wasn't cool anymore. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it wasn't cool anymore. I
It's
mean,
cool now.
right, because we're bringing it back. You know what I
Right.
mean?
The games I think were popular to play together,
Sure.
but yeah, collecting the cards was just not really a popular hobby
Right.
for a while.
And one thing I want to tell my old self is just to keep the cards that you really, really, really like.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter about value, doesn't matter about nothing. You know what I mean? I mean, sometimes I look back and I would have pictures of what I used to have this card.
Yeah.
I really want to have this card again, but obviously, like you sell and you trade things all the time, and you're like, "Damn, I should have
I've
kept."
had trades that keep me up at night.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
really.
like
Like, dang, I should have kept that thing.
yeah.
Right. But it's all part of the game, and it's lots of ups and downs and regrets and happy moments. So I mean,
Mhm.
I don't regret anything one bit, but.
Definitely.
At the same time, I don't want to be the person at trade night that like comes in and it's like everything is like, no, that's special. You can't have that.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, for like every card.
That's more
Right.
like a collection organization issue, I think. You need to have a trade binder and
And then
then
you're
personal
then
binder.
your personal like
Yeah.
showing off binder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I saw one good trick at regionals, just to put the cards upside down, the ones that you picked up for yourself. If you
Sure.
only have a trade binder with you and
I
you're picking
see, I
stuff
see.
up for personal collection, you just put them in there upside down. So when people are paging through, you don't have to say that that one's for me over and over. So if you want to do yourself a favor in the comments for the viewers, give yourself a piece of advice and then take that advice in the comments. Take the time, think about it, write it down, and then take your own advice.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. The next section is pack battle. So we got Destined, Rivals, Build and Battle, and we're gonna have Woody
gonna
and
open
Goose
2 of the
pack
packs.
battle it.
All right,
Alright.
let's go. Fire.
Switch.
Well, we got Marnie's
Lava.
Impadimp.
Sudo, I got your two's favorite Pokemon back to back.
Team Rocket's
Oshawott.
Larvitar.
And my Lotus.
Steven Skarmory.
I got Steven's Beldum.
Arvin's Toad School.
Citadel.
Team Rocket's Archer.
Fortress.
Will Spring Mass Ogrepon.
Steven's Claydol.
Shaman.
Team Rocket's Ariana.
Oh, what's up?
Got Mudbray.
Team Rocket's Pupitar.
We got a new judge card. Nice.
Nice.
I got something.
Do you?
Arvin's Sandwich. And I think I win.
I think I win. I got a Hollow Annihilate.
I got Steven's Metagross.
Nice.
Sick, nice.
All right.
I'm on Team Rocket now.
You're on team. Did you pull anything out of your heat wave?
No.
No.
All right, one to the front.
I got a Rocket Ball.
Oh, nice. We got Fire Energy again. Mankey.
Got
I
Metal
got Mankey too.
Energy.
Team Rocket's Mareep.
Team Rocket's
Yeah, the Zubat.
Nidorina.
Team Rocket's Tarantula.
Steven's Baltoy.
Arctic.
Team Rocket's Rattata.
Ethan's Sudowoodo.
Arcanine.
Arvin's Squavit.
Team Rocket's Giovanni.
This does have some Journey cards in it.
No.
Arvin is from Journey, isn't he?
I know, but it's probably like a different like move, attack, and everything.
Okay, Lurantis.
I got Cynthia's Spirit Tomb.
I love that spirit.
Team Rocket's Transceiver.
I got Arvin's Toad School.
Team Rocket's Wheezing.
Oh, this one's cool. Ethan's Pichu.
Ooh, I like that one.
The move
You
is really
got the
good.
reverse hollow too.
It says draw a card for no energy.
Oh, wow.
And it hits you for 30. So it might.
It takes out Badoo. That's the Badoo killer.
Oh yes. Yeah. Screw you, Badoo.
Exactly.
2 shots, Badoo.
Team Rocket's Articuno. That thing is sick.
That thing is sick.
Arvin's Greedent. And my last one is Team Rocket's Tyranitar.
Team Rocket's Tyranitar.
Nice. Nice. Well,
You have a good point.
get your first look at Destined Rivals on Saturday.
Saturday sneak peek, and
May
then
17th.
releases. We get early release too, so we'll probably have it that Monday before release.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all the products will be available that Monday.
Correct.
So
booster boxes, elite trainer boxes, and all your 3-pack blisters and booster bundles and everything. So
nice. And that brings us to the end of the podcast already, which is Ask Woody and Ask Goosephone. If you would like to get your question read on air, you can leave a comment with the hashtag Ask Woody or Ask Goosephone, and we will put it on the show. And we only have one this week from Beastmaster Max, and I'm going to rephrase it a little bit. So it's, if you had video games in the store, would you hold in-store tournaments? Because it feels like that would be a good way to bring customers in.
100. I mean, I don't know. We necessarily have to sell video games, but we could run video game tournaments.
Okay.
I just don't know. Like, I'm not a judge or anything like that, so I don't know like the competitive side of it. But I'm sure like if we wanted to host like a Smash event or even VGC or
VGC.
or a Go event, or what is it? Somebody brought up what's the game where you kind of like there's two teams and you kind of fight in the middle. What's that game
What is
called?
that game?
It's kind of like StarCrafty. League of Legends.
Oh, just like a different game. Any
Like
video
Unite?
games.
League of Legends. Like somebody brought up they wanted to have a league day
night?
here or something like that.
How?
But I'm down. I don't know if our internet is strong enough for right.
I'm gonna try and get so I put in a support ticket for my professor thing, and they told me I had to take the test again.
Again, sure.
And then I took it again, and I didn't pass. I got a 70%.
Oh,
So I
sure,
gotta
sure.
wait 30 more days.
30 more days. I think
Okay.
you'll get it on the next round. Do they show you what questions you got right and wrong and all that? Yeah.
Nice.
So I'm pretty sure you'll be able to do it next time. Next time around.
Yeah, Professor Goose. I'm gonna run the VGC. Like, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
For sure. We got to get you one of those professor coats and then you can just...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that would be awesome. And you know what? That brings us to the end already of the Pokeshop BST podcast, episode 3. So everyone out there, take care, and we'll see you in the next one.
Nice.
Bye-bye.
Peace.